Spoilers. I'm going to say spoilers. We're not going to talk about what was being shot on the set of Daredevil Born Again, but there has been some set photos. Now, we wasn't going to talk about this. We weren't going to show anything, but everyone else is always doing it. Well, not everyone else's like big channels who we like have already done it, and it's not a closed set. It's not like Deadpool where we're sitting a mile out and taking pictures. They're right next to him taking pictures. And I think this might be... The way I'm justifying it in my head is like, Marvel clearly don't mind because they would have taken them down already. So...
Wait, are we showing a picture in the channel?
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's alright, I've made them transformative.
What do you mean?
I've put nipples on them all.
Right, that doesn't help our cause. That just makes it worse.
Alright. Anyway, so yeah, spoilers for Daredevil Born Again. They're not great pictures.
Yeah. Could at least adjust the lighting on for Bullseye.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I couldn't be asked.
Also, one thing, I'm not like trying to slate on something, but I've seen an image of Bullseye and he seems to have put on some weight a little bit.
So, right. So this is what I was thinking as well. And this is coming from me. One thing we're not going to do here is body shame someone.
No, I'm just curious as to like, what has he been like?
He was cast 2 weeks ago to come back.
Right.
So he probably found out 3 weeks ago that he's coming back, and they've probably this suit has only been designed a couple of weeks ago as well. So that's one thing I'm going to say about it. Now to say this, I'll talk about Bullseye first. To say Bullseye's suit was designed in a short amount of time.
Well, we don't know if it was designed. It was more of a... Because I think it was designed quite a while ago.
It could be pulled over from the Netflix show.
Yeah, because I think it's more of a case of the fit and just making the suit, in a sense. I'm a little curious as to why he doesn't have the Bullseye
I'll tell you why he doesn't have the Bullseye.
Go on.
And simple answer is because Daredevil doesn't have the 2Ds on his chest.
I suppose. I mean, he did in the other suit.
And, people got the argument as well. Well, Punisher's got his skull in the Netflix show. I still think the only reason the Punisher's got his skull is because he saw it in the design of the bulletproof vest, so he just highlighted it. That's all it was. But the Bullseye suit itself, I quite like this. It's nice, it's simple, and it's not too much, and it shows you what he's about. It's like he's got all the throwing knives. He's got like a big pistol with a silencer and a sight on it. It looks pretty fucking cool, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. And the main thing I'm happy about is Wilson Bethel's back. He's finally getting to do Bullseye in his own costume. And that's going to be great. One thing I think is going to happen is they're going to be fighting.
We're talking about it.
No, we're not talking about it. It's just like in general, like because he's got a silencer on his gun. He's going to be fighting someone at some point in the show, and he's going to run out of ammo. So he's going to unscrew his silencer and he's going to just throw that at him.
Well, he detached a gun in season 3, didn't he? I'm pretty sure, and threw that at somebody.
Oh yeah, like through the slide into someone's throat.
Yeah.
Anything's a projectile weapon in this man's hands. So yeah, I'm happy that he's back, and the suit I think it's nice. It's simple enough, and it fits this world, this street level world at least. Now, what do you think of it? You like it?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Yeah. I just, you know me. I'm a classic comics guy, so I really would have liked to have seen the Bullseye logo, but.
Do you know what? We can still get it at some point, because if you look, it's got like the this looks like the black grooves going around his neck here. So,
yeah, we might get it. At least they're not doing that fucking god awful one they did where it was like,
yeah,
scarred into his forehead. Like that just looks stupid.
Well, no, at the end of the Netflix show, spoilers for season 3 of Daredevil, the last shot we see is Bullseye with the bullseye eyes. So he might have them. He's going to have a new spine.
Do you think that'll limit him?
No, I think in the comics, once he gets I'm pretty sure something similar happens in the comics, and once he gets his new spine, it makes him so much worse. Well, to deal with, like stronger, better. So yeah, Bullseye looks great. That's an approval from me. Now, Daredevil, the suit. I love it. Now, one thing. But I know they're going to fix it because it looks exactly the same on the Robert Pattinson Batman suit. The glass on the eyes, the lenses. They look a bit out there, When it comes to the actual show, they'll be like CGI down and just made red going over. But as of right now, the colour of the suit, it is now a different design to the Netflix one, because all we've seen in the MCU so far is a yellow and gold version, a yellow and red version of the Netflix suit, and we've seen they had to remake the Netflix suit for Echo because the original one was sold off at auction, so they had to remake the suit for Echo. So we've seen the Netflix suit. This, to me, is the next evolution of that, and I think it looks great. Really streamlined it a bit more. And I'm not bothered he don't have the 2 Ds on his chest. Me, personally, I think it'd look quite silly.
I think if it should have been still there, just like raised almost, kind of thing, instead of not like massively, but like just sort of or etched in even, rather than being like a different colour. I would have liked to have seen that.
If they can find a cool way to incorporate it, I am 100% down for it.
Just bear in mind, this is one of my things. I like the suit. It's going to take a little bit of just getting used to, because I'm so used to the suit. We've seen colour variations of it, but it's always been like, that is like the best Daredevil. It's one of the best comic book suits ever. And so, no one fucking cares.
Try finding one of them for a decent price.
And this is something I'm going to say as well. But just hold on here. The colour looks a bit off compared to like his helmet, to his chest, to even like the lower half.
Yeah.
But that being said, this happens all the time, and these are sort of behind the scenes photos. They do colour correcting.
Yeah.
They even sometimes, like Callum said, they CGI some bits of the suit. And so yeah, it'll work out and smoothen out a bit, a lot more when the show hits. It won't look so... I don't think it'll look so different with the reds. I think it'll look a lot better. But from what we see there, it looks like, it's a bit tighter by the looks of it, but not in the sense of like spandex. It's almost Batman-esque. It's like a Batman without the symbol and a little bit less armoured kind of situation, and just red. So... Cool, yeah.
This looks like the final evolution of that suit, because Melvin Potter told him in the Netflix show, because I'm rewatching it at the moment, it's like the red stuff gives the most protection. So, most of it's red now. Now, do we think Melvin Potter made this suit, or do we think it's the guy from She-Hulk who made this one for him?
It could be someone new.
It could very well be someone new. But if you guys, the pictures are out there if you want to go see them. If you're watching this video, clearly you've got an interest in seeing these pictures. There's some really good high quality pictures, and just the detail. Have you seen the detail on Daredevil's helmet? Like the actual... It looks so good. And yes, I do think the eyes will get fixed. One thing I do think they'll CG on the Daredevil suit is... the cowl, like the bit that comes down to his neck and round up his head and stuff like that. That is something I think they're going to have to CG, because by, a show like Daredevil in season 2, when he had a version of this, his old suit, that stuff round his cowl, by the last couple of episodes, it was getting quite tired, and you could tell, and it was getting a bit looser and a bit looser. By the end of the last episode, it's just one thing I've noticed. when he's turning his head, it's not as tight to him, and it's like opening up a bit more on sides.
Well, I'm gonna say opposite to that. I think it's maybe just like a. I never noticed it, and I like to notice these things. I never really noticed it, to be honest. I never found it an issue.
Oh, it's not an issue. It's not an issue.
I know, but it's the fact of you saying it happens. It goes through on the show like they shot the show back to back from episode 1 upwards. They won't have done that. They would have shot like things from later on.
Daredevil shot episode by episode. Different direction.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh well, in that case, then I'll take my words back. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but
I just didn't expect that, to be honest. But
that's why it's not efficient to shoot TV how they used to, because it's shot episode by episode. So that's what Marvel's tried doing, with the Disney Plus thing. It's like, right, one day we're going to be shooting one thing for one episode, one day we're going to be shooting something for another episode. It's not really worked, but the people who are directing Daredevil Born Again now, who are directing most of the episodes, they obviously did some episodes of Moon Knight and stuff like that, and they've done some stuff with Loki, so yeah, I think it's going to be in good hands. And obviously the whole creative team behind it now, the stunt work and everything. So yeah, all I'm going to say is get me that fucking hot toy.
Hell yeah.
And
I still want the classic one.
Go get it.
I can't. It's way out of my price range. I refuse to pay all that money for it.
Do you know, I got mine for about 120 quid because there was a deal on Sideshow. I had Sideshow points, and it was the last of it in stock. So there was like trying to usher it out as well. And this is when I first started collecting, and it was my first hot toy, wasn't it? Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty proud of that one. One thing I do want to say as well, when it comes to these suits, the fact that it's been on an open set, they're letting people see it, it's like, to me, that's, guys, you haven't seen nothing yet. The suits isn't going to be the big surprises in the show. This is just basic shit. Because do you remember how under wraps Captain America's costume was for Falcon and Winter Soldier? It's like, wait until you see the suit. And that was like a big moment. It was like, look at that suit, it's well nice. This is like, you can see the suits. We ain't got, literally, you guys haven't seen anything yet. Look at the suits. We're about story. That's what we're about. That's one way I'm interpreting it.
Next topic, because you're just going to keep going on.
We need to do designated Daredevil days.
Designated